What to expect in sober living homes. We are back again with another information that will surely guide you about sober living homes. We are glad to help and assist you from providing overview about sober living, specifically its significant background of its mission, rules and regulations, cost and the terms and conditions within the length of your stay. Now, we are going to explore more on what you ought to do during your stay and your recovery period, and at the same time a program you'll receive in accordance with the expenses you have spent for your recovery. Why should you consider it? Experiencing a serious addiction such as alcohol or illegal drugs, it submerges yourself of getting more into it. As a result, breaking the bond against it will surely be difficult to handle it by your own. Seeking the help from expert would not only provide you fast recovery, but at the same time they are devoted to monitor, support, and sustain your recovery needs. Residential Living Provide program in sober living environment homes are serious and eager about setting back on track of every individual who seek their programs. They are accountable in all aspects of your recovery needs, much more to aid whatever sufferings you're going throughout their programs. Their primary intention is to transition you to an independent lifestyle freed from substance abuse and addiction. If you or the one you have cherished meets any of the subsequent criteria, will definitely gain upon considering a sober living home. You suffer from mental or clinical troubles and substance abuse or addiction. You don't have a robust guide system at home. You've been through rehab already. You had been immune to remedy in the past. Moreover, here are some of its various purposes to take a look with another reasons why you should consider a sober living homes. They provide secure and safe sober living environment. Support individuals to attain their normal state of being. Helps you to build a strong support network. Creates a healthy routine and lifestyle. Administers residents to attain life skills. Encourage residents to become a productive member of society. These are just some of the reasons that you can surely receive from our program. Thus, don't hesitate to give us a call, or you may reach us through contact details listed on our website. Is sober living effective? If you are in the state of deciding to stay in the sober living homes, you might still be in doubt that fogged up your mind regarding its productive effect while availing their program. Responding to this question, if sober living is really effective, well then it's a big yes. Let us take a closer look to arrive with a valid answer in pertaining to this question. Research shows that healthy social and environmental factors strengthened by high-quality sober living homes are terribly effective at providing support and enhancing sobriety maintenance among individuals in recovery. One 2011 study revealed from Journal of Psychoactive Drugs discovered the results of sober living programs on 300 individuals who needs assistance from addiction. The study found out that those who were involved in 12-step recovery programs, living in an exceedingly sober environment, and had a confirmative network of sober peers were rather more probably to attain sustained sobriety with few or no relapses. Despite the fact that the research supports the advantages and effectiveness of high-quality sober living programs, the proof is within the pudding. In other words, you'll be able to experience the effectiveness of a good sober living program by experiencing it for yourself. Even as with hospital ward and rehab, the results of any treatment program can vary based on the quantity of effort and dedication that's placed into it. However, several of sober living alumni have gone on to measure happy and prospering sober lives once after a well-being sober living home. In addition, sober living homes will foster peer encouragement, camaraderie, character development, and responsibility in residents. The outcomes of living in such an atmosphere can embody positive health, behavioral, and relationship changes. Most residences surveyed were reported that they were greatly improved within the following categories: family relations, life satisfaction, emotional health, education, employment. What to expect? When connected with a 12-step program, sober dwelling indicates a whole lot better stages of sustained recovery. It is the responsibility and support community that enables some positive outcomes, since it is a great deal extra tough for an individual who suffered to live sober on their own without any further help. The excellent outcomes are visible when an individual has transitioned from a proper drug or alcohol rehabilitation program, after which is going instantly to sober dwelling. The resident then has to follow their program to make certain they are able to stay in long time period sobriety. Upon fully decided to enroll the program, the sober living homes would also need your full cooperation during your recovery period. The following terms and conditions within the residence are strictly followed for your own benefit. No drugs, alcohol, violence, or overnight guests. Active cooperation in recovery meetings. Mandatory drug and alcohol tests. Active participation in work, school, or an outpatient program. Furthermore, while different recovery residences will have different rules, the majority of these facilities have the same core requirements that one should expect to adhere to. Be accountable to any expenses and fees. Be responsible to assigned task, or household chores. Understand the limitations on certain types of possessions or medications. Expect to get involved on their regular medications or treatment. Expect to adhere rules and terms in visiting hours. Active involvement if possible to available volunteer activities. Expect curfew hours. Abide with rules and regulations. Expect penalty in accordance with your offenses. Generally, some expectations as well the resident ought to have regarding the facility and staff, which includes being courteous and respectful to one another. Rules and regulations should be imposed equally and just for everyone. Atmosphere should be conducive to recovery. Recovery residents should function in accordance with their mission and goals. Staff should also accordingly have trained and supervised. Rules and regulations must be consistent with the residents' needs. The residents of those facilities ought to anticipate to acquire help from the personnel and other residents in recovery. They should additionally assume to be requested to help other residents and staff members in making the facility run in line with its standards and rules. Finally, the residents of these facilities need to assume to be liable for their conduct and to be held chargeable for their behavior at the same time as they are staying at the sober living home. Who benefits from sober living homes? Sober residing houses are best for those who may also want extra aid after they have finished their residential rehab program. For many human beings, going back to regular lifestyles may also cause many triggers that would bring about relapse. By attending residential follow-up aftercare, sufferers can benefit more resilience. Structured days and age remedy and conferences permit them to withstand temptation and cope with triggers. In many circumstances, human beings experiencing alcohol dependency discover their lives have end up empty of ordinary and structure. Those suffering with long time period substance use may also have overlooked out on mastering crucial lifestyle skills. Sober residing homes assist deliver back ordinary, along with cooking, finishing each day chores, and waking up and sound asleep at wholesome times. The most apparent advantages of a significant existence, whether or not in mattress or a clinical setting, are the bonds you may shape at the same time as you're there. You will meet and live near to such human beings in healing and give a shared perspective. These human beings likewise apprehend what it is like to apply tablets, to be addicted to drugs, to experience remote or depressed, to surrender completely, and to confuse others. Mostly, they have got a preference and a choice to change, and that they emerge as the most appropriate human beings they are able to be, without drugs and alcohol. Staying in a clever sober residence or personal remedy also can assist lessen depression. That's a part of the guidance cycle. You can also additionally have reduced ties with exceptional people in your day-to-day or withdrawn from family for worry of being judged and expelled. In the case of a respectable restoration, wherever it is, all of this can be capable of change. You will now no longer be separated from everybody. There may be human beings dwelling close to you, who have an incredibly identical connection. After a while, those human beings will begin to sense like your family, or your community, with everybody helping and understanding. This is the relationship you may have permanently, the human beings you could approach while things get tough, those who will take you as liable for your common collections. Become your clever organization. Their lives have turned out to be empty of habitual and structure. Those suffering with long time period substance use may also have overlooked out on gaining knowledge of crucial lifestyle skills. Start your recovery journey today.